right now we're looking at Amazon, looking at the trend. Pretty much Amazon is failing support. Okay, so we tried, but we couldn't push through 190, only to fail and create a gap. Right now we're actually around the 200 moving average, which is a very solid. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. If this is your first time, you're welcome to this channel. Now, what we got going on? We got the market going on. We got stocks going on. We got inflation going on. We got recession thinking about. We also got the economic calendar to talk about today. What we're expecting the coming week and what happened, what transpired last week. Why the market? Well, so with that being said, we're going to be taking a look at beautiful trades here. We're going to be taking a look at beautiful names for a recession and beautiful names that can hold and stand the chance of recession. So looking at this right now, we're also going to be taking a look at stocks. Okay, we're going to be looking at stocks only, no dividend, US company, and of course average volume over 500k and institutional ownership at 20%. Okay, and of course we're going to be looking at the real time, what happened back in the day and what is going to happen this time around. Okay, so let's say this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock or equity. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, taking a look at the sector itself, this is our S&P 500. Okay, now we're taking a look. Technology is actually worse, is bad, is ugly, followed by what? Energy. Okay, energy, and also financial, some part of asset management, insurance, bank diversified, and of course the credit services are okay. And because next week as well we're gonna have consumer credit report as well. Now let's take a look at the economic calendar right here. US economic calendar coming in as Monday. We're going to have S&P US services PMI, followed by ISM services. Okay, 15 minutes later. And Tuesday, guess what? US deficit, trade deficit, and of course what happened in June. Also we're going to take a look at Wednesday, consumer credit, followed by Thursday, jobless claim and wholesale inventory, and followed by Richmond Fed president, and of course Friday we got nothing scheduled. So it's gonna be really a light, except the consumer credit and Monday of our ISM ISM services. My bad. Also Wall Street pretty much has a fear gauge and surges as sell-off sinks into stocks. However, the gauge is also showing that a lot of folks are scared. Okay, so now let's take a look at what we're going to be looking at here, and of course recession trade, including what the Fed actually said last week. And guess what? The committee is strongly committed to returning inflation to its 2% objective. So what are we looking at? We're looking at Fed trying to figure out our soft landing. In assessing the appropriate stance of monetary policy, the committee will continue to monitor the implications of incoming information for the economic outlook. Okay, so the committee will be prepared to adjust the stance of monetary policy as appropriate if risk emerge. So we're also going to be talking about a jobless claim as well, and of course looking at a market as well of our mortgages. Okay, anyways, let's get into the stock and let's take a look at those recession proof and also those other technical level for our stocks. Recession proof, pretty much we have MCD. Okay, so what is MCD? MCD is McDonald's, and we're looking at price really breaking level. Guess what happened in the market on Friday? We sold off And guess what? McDonald's pretty much has been pushing to the upside. Next level long term is $300 on this name. Okay, look at how price really bottom out right here. This is what I call coiling. Okay, coil out of this level and to the upside with volume in charge. Okay. Next one, let's take a look at what the market is likely going to do next week, because last week I talked about the market and I said the market, if price for any reason, okay, were to continue, we're going to see a pullback into 545. Okay, so we got to that spot, 545. It couldn't hold, and 545 couldn't hold, 540, 535, and now guess what? 530. So the support pretty much sets in at 530 right now. So we close at 530 up to. Okay, so I'll be expecting some momentum push to the upside here, but 540, that's going to be the resistance for now, because that is also coincidentally is our 50 exponential moving average area. So also the trend right here too. So keep an eye out and see how the market react. A recession proof pretty much Amazon. Why Amazon? A lot of people, even during the hurricane burial, also had Amazon. A lot of people going into shopping. Right now we're looking at Amazon, looking at the trend. Pretty much Amazon is failing support. Okay, so we tried but we couldn't push through 190, only to fail and create a gap. Right now we're actually around the 200 moving average, which is a very solid area for entry. I'll be looking at 165, 160 in the coming week for entry. Why? Because the last time Amazon got to this area, and guess what happened? Boom, 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 boom to the upside. So now I'll be looking at some position to add to my long term, and of course extended to the downside on the RSI. All right. Next is going to be Matter. Matter also is another name with all the AI play and everything. We're going to be looking at price continuation to the upside, but for now 20 exponential moving average is going to act as our support. I already talked about McDonald's as a beautiful name for recession. WMT also is another name, and guess what? For this past couple of days, and market has been selling, and guess what? We're still strong and solid around this area. We only lost about 3-4 points here, but look at this area, 50 exponential moving average as our support. Why that area? Because I'm looking at a previous action as the 50 exponential moving average held as a support. Okay, so we're gonna be expecting the same thing here. If for any reason this actually tried to pull back to fill this gap, guess what? That is more buying opportunity there. Okay. Also taking a look at Apple as well. Apple, I guess, a whole lot of people are going to be buying Apple, of course, because $1,000 phone is not really a big deal to some, but in a recession time you're going to actually think twice about that. If price really for any reason decide to pull back, because we're really into that play, we're going to be looking at price at the $200 spot, but for now we have our support at 215 on Apple. If for any reason that is that area, we need to break 225 to the upside on that name. Also taking a look at CROM, because a lot of folks, they're gonna be looking for jobs, right? So right now CROM right now we're failing critical support level, and I'll be looking for support at 240 in the coming days, and momentum push right into the 200 moving average. Google is another name to also keep an eye out, and 165 is support with this downtrend as a form of resistance. 170, 171, we can continue to push to the upside. INTC, actually they stop issuing now, stop the dividend, and that is the reason why we really got this huge gap to the downside. Right now, just hold your hand, cross the T's, and see if this can continue to the downside. I'm looking at $20, $19 as a support for to pick up some Intel. I sold right into this momentum to the downside because I just don't want to incur more losses on this name. Also taking a look at Uber. Uber is also another one at $57 is the support on this name. Now let me give you some of the list here for recession stock proof. According to Ford, we're looking at recession stock proof as a monster here. MNST, looking at Costco, CHD, BDX, PG, Procter & Gamble, looking at CMS, ATO, MTLZ, Mondelez International, of course, WEC and AEP. That is pretty much what they got going on here because of why 5-year average yearly EPS growth is estimate, which is the estimate, right? But I'm also adding, okay, Walmart. I'm also adding Apple here as well. I'm also adding Amazon, which for me is the number one of all, okay? Also going to add my dividend play, CHD. This is Schwab dividend play. And also guess what? I'm going to be adding some other trade as well to our dividend play. Anyways, let's continue here. Let's take a look at GME and AMC. GME at this point we're looking at $20. Right now we have the doji and we're going to be looking for Monday's confirmation if this can reverse here or still continue to $20 spot. But for now, if price continue to sell off, look for the $17 spot. AMC pretty much we have been consolidating for quite a while now, and we're pretty much looking for the momentum to the upside, but for any reason market maker could shake some hands right into the $4 and then boom to the upside. Looking at this trend right here, that is the trend I'm looking at. We're really in the right spot and we'll continue. If you look at it, we've been consolidating since the last run up here, which is pretty much the middle of May. We got June, July, August, so I think pretty much a decent run up is also coming in. On the tech side, we're looking at price really pulling lower to 445 spot, and for now I need price to hold this area. Doji is setting in, and we need that Monday's confirmation to the upside on that name. Square as well, also another name to keep an eye out. Small businesses, they need this to grow. However, small businesses in terms of recession, they're pretty much not going to do good because why? They're going to be running and going out of businesses. So we'll be looking at bigger company, bigger stuff, holding, measure, acquisition, and all that good stuff. Also taking a look at MED, I think we're coiling right here, and that is the coil right here, coiling, and see if this can break through this 50 exponential moving average right down to long-term area, which is our $40-ish spot. Also Matter as well. If we haven't talked about this, Matter, I'm looking for Matter for the continuation here with support at the 20 exponential moving average. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your weekend with me. I love you all. Peace and love, guys. Bye bye.